Ladies and gentlemen, greetings and hello. We have a sleepy one today. I'll try and keep it a little bit swift. I do want to end on thoughts of my Resonite creator journey, which this series is ultimately about. And I have thoughts of the continuation of like the caffeine trend that I started yesterday. This is a continuation there. I'm going to start this one with a little picture because I just feel like this background's really boring and I was inspired to have a picture. And so I just chose the most recent picture that I've saved to my inventory in the photos file folder at least. But this is Cosmic Sunday, I believe, who is another creator I was connected to recently. And he does a lot of skits, and so sometime I would like to end up doing skits in Resonite, and we just have different skill sets when it comes to video production. And I was really happy that that was the most recent picture that I had saved because I just thought that would be a fun little like show and tell thing. I haven't saved a picture yet in November. Have I been that distressed and busy? Give me a second. I don't even know what I'm doing there, but this is now the most recent picture. It's November 12th, and I'm saving my first ever picture. Like what? Where have I been for all of November? These can go away though. I don't need these at all. And so right now I'm actually thoroughly glad I decided to follow through on that little gag there to pull out a picture for no reason because that demonstrates how out of it I've been for this whole entire past 2 weeks or so, not being in Resonite, not really being social, not being excited about being a kitty cat, not being excited about being myself. I made a main channel video just a few days ago to that effect, that I have not felt like myself and what are the things I'm doing about it. And the thing I'm doing now about it is making videos and continuing my journey, even though I don't always feel like it on the inside. I just didn't realize how, maybe not necessarily bad the damage was, but that was a wonderful little moment, which is nothing to do with this video or the journey ultimately. That was just the introduction to this video, and that is something I've been going through that I wanted to mark upon. But now let's move on with what the video is about. We'll continue the caffeine part of the saga first, I think. Tidy up that story since at work yesterday I was ruminating on the quest. We're not going to linger too far on this. The answer is I'm cutting caffeine out, like I had made mention of, for a few reasons, and then we'll get into the Resonite journey, which is so far going well, I think, but it is deeply yet to be determined. For this part of it, though, is I was hanging out pretty late last night with this creature. I don't actually have a recent picture of them, so this is an old model, I think, or something like that. And we had a nice, good, long, esoteric discussion about all sorts of things. And in the course of it, I brought up more about my relation to my video work. It's ways I use to express myself, but what does it mean to express myself? Because I can be more myself in virtual reality than I can as a human, although I am obviously myself in both areas. And I think video work is just where I'm able to create for myself the safe space where I can express myself free of judgments because no one is here except for me. As I had theorized in my little caffeine video from yesterday, it helps me focus on a single task. And I thought that might be useful for like a Resonite video if I was, okay, how do we want to film this? How does it gotta be? So I could focus on it and just, here we go. This is the one thing I want to make sure that I'm able to get done. But I've never quite been convinced that focusing on any one mechanical task is necessarily a good thing where imbuing the task with spirit is concerned. Because I don't think you can focus and really think really hard and stay on task and think about your emotion state and feel it. You can think about it, sure, but I don't think you can really work through what you're dealing with when you're in such a narrow minded state of mind. Emotions are much more fluid than that. And I think to imbue a video with emotionality, which is what my body of spirit is, I think requires fluidity of the mind. And I think, as much as it pains me to do, it behooves me for my coming productions, for everything I'm working on, to be as fluid as possible, as receptive to changes, and as receptive to my emotion states as well. It's going to be a really big bummer for a couple of days, and I'm going to be especially just kind of like slow going, and I was up late, and I didn't get all the most sleep in the world. But that's my theory towards caffeine is, yeah, sure, you've got the whole ADHD, like I can't focus on anything thing, But also, if you're able to work on getting things done anyway, and I think I have discipline enough to be able to do that, then maybe that really static, scattered nature of mind, I think actually that might be more useful for my videos and for my personal joy than getting out any single video that I focused really hard on. That just doesn't interest me as much. The conversation last night helped put into words some of it, which also I was thinking about at work all day yesterday. That's all neither here nor there. I just wanted to finish off the caffeine saga because I started that in the last video. But now let's do actually the Resonite update because all of this is kind of coming together. My thoughts, gosh, I have so many thoughts. Um, let's just get to it. The other thoughts are going to be for another time. Largely, it might actually be a main channel video, honestly, because there's something to it. I'm all over the place today. But as far as the Resonate video is concerned, that feels like a very important part of the journey. Because the theme of this month ultimately is as a man is struggling with his mental health and trying to make videos and be proactive about it anyway, and shepherd in a new future for himself and for all people as Phineas Former enters the Resonate stage, or whatever nonsense, right? It feels important to chronicle that part of the journey more specifically. We touched on the other things, but now it all leads together. Why am I focused so hard in the first place? Why do I want to make sure I get this one right? I mean, I've talked about that. And in short, I'm like maybe halfway through filming the fastest avatar guide in Resonate, and then I still have to do like a lot of the editing in Resolve, and I'm just putting more effort into it than I have for a lot of my videos for quite a while, which feels good, but does definitely highlight just how much time all of this stuff takes. And it's quite humbling because in my mind, I can make a video really fast that I'm reasonably happy with, like these videos I'm reasonably happy with, and you can make it really fast. And if I keep that metric, that's like I can make Resonate videos super fast, but it's like actually if I polish them at least a little bit, it's gonna take longer, and that sets back my like time scale in my head for like when I can get things done. But also, what was I needing to get done? It's not the videos, but the reception of the videos faster, and then it grows or whatever nonsense. And this particular episode, if nothing else, I think speaks to I'm remembering that I am ultimately a human person. I can only move so fast and get so much done at a time. That's a little bit disheartening, but a bunch of different sub little side quests have helped make it better because my journey into being a Resonate content creator, it's taking a while. And so long as you do have little micro journeys on the way to be able to focus on and small successes, then that makes it easier dealing with the large problem that I actually just want. It's important to me for many reasons. It's taken a while. And so you have to find small things to be happy with while you're working on the big thing. And that's like what this video was. It was an odd update. It was a little bit all over the place. We had some story time, but not too much. But that's what this channel is. Uh, and it feels good getting up in the morning and doing a vlog and working on video editing, and just like it always used to be. It feels good. And so I better actually get to it because I have to finish this. I accidentally, I think, have a main channel video in my head now because of what I was talking about today. It sparked something inside of me. So I might actually go film that and then film my avatar guide and then possibly make breakfast and then do a bunch of video editing and then go to work and then do the whole thing again and without caffeine. Or we'll see. We will see. But I want to be more accessible to myself than that. And I want to wake up in better mood states. And I don't, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. That's the micro journey for now. But that's it. So we're going to go out of frame. Nice and polite. Nice and polite. Last time I went too fast. I didn't like it. Oh, no, I'm going too fast again. Gosh dang it. Bye, guys.